What's going on, guys? Today I wanted to kind of do a follow-up to our iBuyer conversation from a couple weeks ago and talk a little bit about the news that's been bouncing around regarding Zillow and their huge loss for this year. So the report is out. They're laying off a quarter of their staff because their iBuyer division is not doing well at all. So the estimate is that they've lost about $400 million in the third quarter, and their letter to their shareholders was saying they might have more losses up to the tune of $200 million for the fourth quarter. Part of the reason for that is they still own 7,000 houses. And when you're doing these virtual walkthroughs, and if your algorithm is bad, which isn't confirmed, but is kind of what some people are speculating on, you can quickly become upside down like Zillow has in this department. So they've lost about 40% of their stock price in a month period. So I don't want to pretend to be a stockbroker and start getting into this news and that news about their stock price, but basically things are not looking good for Zillow. They're not out of business. They are not bankrupt. There are people who are unhappy. There are people who have lost a lot of money. And let's not forget, there's people who have lost their jobs. So I don't want to celebrate that in any way. I don't want to pretend that, oh, I'm happy for that. But I do want to say that Zillow was kind of posturing itself as a competitor by trying to eliminate part of the realtor from the whole process. So I'm happy to kind of be in this position to say, we're still here. Zillow's not out, like I said. They're going to reevaluate what they're doing right now. The iBuyer part was not their only business plan. A big part of it is the referral service, where they will give us people who are on their website looking at houses, and we pay them a referral fee. So they have income still. It's not like they folded the cards and they're scratching their heads at the boardroom going, now what? They still have income on its way in, but it's more just going to be how do they recover from this loss. So there's a lot of ideas and speculation bouncing around as far as what they're going to do, what that's going to look like in 2022, but nothing concrete. So I don't want to dive into a lot of these assumptions and what's going to happen. The sky is going to fall worse than we thought it was before when they were doing the iBuyer game, but just kind of want to put it out there as far as Zillow as an iBuyer is gone. The other ones, there's still several who are still there. And as far as we can tell, they're not going anywhere. We've seen reports from some of them that they're trying to really push farther into some of the markets that they're in, or even expand into new markets. They don't have shareholders, so even if they are taking a loss right now, if the investors who are backing the company are fully invested in saying, let's keep this going, we know we have something here, then we might not know they're taking losses for a while, and they might be able to correct the ship. So our assumption is that the other iBuyers are losing money as well. There was a house that the team lead here sold to an iBuyer on behalf of a client, so he was the agent representing the client. They were able to get $50,000 above what they thought they could get on the market. The iBuyer then put it on the market and waited and waited and waited and ended up selling it $50,000 less than what they bought it for. So basically at market value. With all of this, we're assuming that there's going to be a huge overhaul of the algorithms that they're using to purchase these homes or value these homes, or that there's going to be new guidelines for some of the teams that are in charge of sending out the prices that they're willing to purchase these homes at. That brings it back to where we have a seat at the table in a large way. We talked about this last time as far as realtors being able to look at what the iBuyer is offering. Is that in line with the market? Is it above, and do we want to go with them? What do the terms do? Even more so now, because if they're going to change their algorithm, where before it was like, hey, they're offering ridiculous money, they're right in line with the market. If they're going to be changing here soon because Zillow took losses, if these other companies are taking losses, they might have to say, hey, we're going to go back to what we were doing a couple of years ago, where our offers are a little below the market, but our big selling point is going to be you can choose your move out date, you can choose to have the limited inspections, no showings, all that good stuff. So feel free to reach out to myself, a realtor that you trust, to be able to walk through the offer that these iBuyers are sending you, because we would be happy to help you. If it is go to an iBuyer, they have referral fees that we can talk about. There is listing agreements, all that good stuff. So let a realtor walk through that with you instead of just walking into one of these places with the assumption that they're just going to take care of you, because at the end of the day, they're an investor. As a realtor, we look to take care of you guys. So if you've got any questions, comments, please feel free to drop them in the comments section below. If you guys like the video, if it was helpful, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the next video.